Hey y'all, hi, welcome back to my channel. First order of business. It is after hours on a Tuesday, and you know, I live with a family upstairs. The noises are unavoidable, so we're just going to ignore everything above my head, okay? Everything in the background. I can't do anything about it. Anyways, hi, how's everybody doing? It's Mercury retrograde. It's Sagittarius season. Did we all survive Scorpio season? Just barely, especially if you're in America. I'm so sorry for all of us, honestly. Ugh. I have had a day. For no particular reason, but also for like every particular reason. Like my world was literally ending until about 30 minutes ago, and then my period arrived and I was like, oh, of course. Of course it all makes sense now. Of course I have been feeling like an absolute crazy person. And then Flo comes to town like that problematic aunt at Thanksgiving dinner, you know? But there's also nothing I can do about that. She's here to stay for the next 4 to 6 days. And so, to soothe my inner savage beast, I picked a period pimple because, you know, girl things. And then I also irresponsibly made myself a coffee because I thought that would make me feel better because I'm tired. Listen, I'm so tired. There's an answer for that. There's a reason for my exhaustion, for my fatigue. Apparently, I'm severely deficient in vitamins D, B12, and iron. Love this for me. It's that Crohn's girly life. Haven't been deficient in any of these nutrients in years, but I have definitely been feeling extra fatigued the last 6 months, and having blood work results come back with some sort of answer, I suppose, is great. So I'm supplementing, I'm taking my D, I'm taking my B12. I only just started a few days ago, so it's gonna be a while for that to kick in. But for the iron issue, it's not like I can just eat a couple steaks and then be fine, you know, I wish. Or like a ton of broccoli. No. I have to go get an iron infusion. And that just sucks. Like, that is not a simple process. First of all, I don't have a family doctor who can like assist me with that process up where I live currently, because my specialist, who is the one that gave me this result and this solution, is in Toronto. And Mount Sinai Hospital is booking into March. And I was like, you expect me to be iron deficient, like just living an anemic life for the next 5 months? That seems insane. Like, isn't anemia a real issue? Like, am I not at risk of getting sicker? Oh, well, we can send you to Mississauga. Mississauga is so far. That is a full day off work. Is there not some way I can get help here where I am? Oh, well, we have no jurisdiction there, so you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. Okay, sure. So I do that. There's an infusion clinic where I live. They're happy to get me all set up. They just have to send an enrollment requisition form to my specialist. They have to fill it out and send it back. Seems simple. But my specialist administrator is a real bitch. Talking to you, lady. Anyways, that's just been part of my day. So I thought I would come on camera and chase away the bad vibes with a little makeup look. Have some makeup playtime. We're long overdue for that, you know? And as I've said multiple times for the last however many videos, I haven't really been wearing a lot of makeup when I'm home. I should probably add that to my routine. I'm sure that would help kind of make me feel better on the daily, but I don't, and I'm not going to. So instead, it's like going on 6 and we're gonna film a makeup look to wear over to the couch and then watch Fresh Off the Boat and feel better. Also have some dinner, and yes, continue to drink my coffee. So that was a whole roundabout way of saying we're doing a makeup look today. aired all my grievances, most of them, some of them. I'm gonna pin my hair back. I was gonna film a little earlier. I was gonna film on kind of like a late lunch break, but I had just showered and my hair was wet, and thankfully my camera was dead, so I had to charge it, so I couldn't film then. But now my hair is dry, and that just gives such a better look on camera. You know, no one wants like wet rat Alanna on film, so there we have it. So the makeup look we're going to do today is playing off of one of the recent trends, even though we have said previously that we are, you know, here for antiviral content. Yes, we are, and we always will be. But this one just is fun to lean into and is cozy and seasonal. And I just happen to have like most of the things I could possibly ever need to pull this look off. And that is the Cinnamon Girl makeup, courtesy of the one and only Hailey Bieber, because she seems to be the food themed makeup trend queen. I don't really have any feelings about Hailey or either of the Biebers, to be perfectly honest. I was a little too old for the Justin Bieber phase. There's a few of his songs that I liked, but like Hailey Bieber kind of, for me, came out of nowhere. I was like, who is this person? Is this a Nepo baby? I don't know. However, and I don't follow her on social media. I don't care about what she's doing, but all of y'all and all of the influencers that I follow have been raving about Rhode, her beauty brand, the lip products, the blush products, and her skincare. I have not tried any of it yet, but I did a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, pull the trigger, and I bought, I think, the like glazing milk, which I haven't opened yet because I have other things I want to use first. But then she had like a little set sale on her website, which was the pocket blush and one of her lip balms. And this is the shade Toasted Teddy in the blush. So I am going to use that today, which also just happens to be part of her like cinnamon girl look. Now, I didn't buy her cinnamon swirl or cinnamon sugar, whatever, the new lip gloss. It looks so beautiful, but I have so many other lip products that are going to kind of do that exact same thing on my face. But as I said last year, I believe August, when I did the latte makeup thing, it's really just another cute way to freshen up the like everything sort of brown toned makeup look, which I feel like is most of our safe space when we're doing makeup to begin with. Like it's just a cute way to name a trend that isn't a trend because we've been doing it forever. There you go. But yes, I think it's actually pretty cute. And in celebration of the Cinnamon Girl vibe, I bought the new Earth's Own oat creamer in cinnamon cookie dough. And that's what's in my coffee right now. And I was so excited when I saw it at Sobeys. I bought it instantly. In fact, I bought two. And fun fact about the Earth's Own oat creamer, it's pretty much the same price and better quality, better flavoring than the Starbucks one. So for all my girlies who are either allergic or just prefer to like not drink dairy with your coffee, Earth's Own, that's what's up. Okay, let's just get started with this makeup. Otherwise we're gonna be here for 500 years. Gonna quickly just do my brows. Okay. That doesn't want to stay on. It's very annoying. You know, we're not doing anything really with the brows. We're just giving them a little bit of grooming and a little bit of hold with this e.l.f. product that I'm still feeling pretty good about. And it's the brow laminating gel. And the part that kept coming off is like the lid. See, when I first got this, I couldn't pull this off at all, and now it like won't stay on. But this is like the whole lid situation that you unscrew. There we go. And then there's a comb and a brush if you really, really want that laminated effect. But I'm just gonna use this spoolie for today's purposes. I do somewhere, I think, have still a Kosas Air Brow, like totally unopened, and I think it is one of the tinted browns. I might pull that out at some point just to like dibble dabble back into like a colored brow vibe, but I just have no real desire to do that. And like, again, the bangs are so full and fluffy, and unless I'm literally stuck in an absolute gust of aggressive wind, no one's seeing those. My boyfriend might be seeing those on certain occasions, but like, I don't care. It's been 2.5 years. If he doesn't love me for me, brows and all, then he doesn't love me at all. And that's really not the case. Not the point either. Okay. We have some concealing to do because, you know, period. We got some delightful hormonal breakouts, and this one on my chin, which I popped, as I said. So I'm going to go in with my Tower 28 concealer, and I'm wearing the shade MDR. Just a little bit of an update on this. I think I like this concealer. I don't know, again, I don't like wear makeup enough. I'm never really using makeup with the purpose of like being a reviewer. She's really just out here being a real girl, using makeup the way that a real, quote unquote, real girl would. So I don't really notice like an exceptional difference between this and the Kosas. And I'm pretty, like, we're not going super heavy on these kinds of products. However, even though this is supposed to be like super hydrating and lightweight, I don't know if it's like the skincare that I've been using. I think part of the problem was the like eye gel that I was using. But there was like a couple weeks there, especially when I was in Paris, in a place where the humidity was so high, I shouldn't have been experiencing this problem. But my under eyes every single day just felt so aggressively dry. Like I was actually having to carry around like a cream with me in my bag to like apply to my under eyes because everything just felt so tight and dry. And like, I don't know if it's the concealer. I don't know if it was a combination of the eye gel / cream I was using, which I'm no longer using because I finished it, but stay tuned because that's deeply unpleasant. Like if we're putting something under our eyes, we want it to be hydrating and brightening and like, you know, it's there for a reason. Otherwise we wouldn't put anything there at all, right? So I think it was just a bad combination of the eye cream and this product just like not providing enough hydration. I have since switched. I have not noticed a huge problem, but again, I'm not really wearing makeup every day, so it's kind of like hard to pin down what was causing that. But in terms of coverage, it's pretty nice. Like I'm not going for like, I want everything blanked out, super covered. It's not really necessary. I just had a few like tiny blemishes. The ones on my chin here, these two little ones are like pretty much scars. There's a little bit of texture on the one closest to my chin. It's just still kind of healing. Part of this is because I did recently shave the mustachio, and every time I do that, I break out. No matter how much I do physical and chemical exfoliation and I'm like washing my face, it just doesn't matter. I take hair off my body and my body goes, what? 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 And then it freaks out even more than I just did. Okay. I'm just gonna go straight into bronzer. I thought that this cute little e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzer in the shade Seaside Shimmer would be super cute just to give me a little bit of glow. And it's got, you know, Seaside Shimmer. It has a shimmer in it. I'm thinking cinnamon. I want like shimmerin. However, against the Toasted Teddy, it's actually not really a complementary shade. Seaside Shimmer kind of has more orange in it and is lighter than Toasted Teddy. So I just don't think it's really gonna work. I don't want my bronzer to be lighter than the blush. It just feels weird. So I think I'm just gonna use my 1999 bronzer stick in the shade Tea, which I've had for a while now. It is always nice to use a bronzer stick just because it's like easy, convenient. So we're just gonna go onto the high points. I'm not gonna go in too heavy because I do want to really let like just a just a dibble dabble. I'm not even gonna worry about my forehead today. I already moved my bangs out of the way enough. But we just kind of want a suggestion. I really want Toasted Teddy to be the star of the show. And I'm using my e.l.f. It barely has the letters on this anymore and is like slowly cracking, but a devastation. It definitely says e.l.f. on it, but it's this brush that our lovely YouTube queen Samantha Ravindal also used and loves. Sometimes I am influenced. Like with this whole road thing, y'all won't shut up about it. And if a product's good, I want to get on it, you know? Especially when something's like not outrageously expensive. And I've really, really, really slimmed down my collection. We did that big declutter. I'll link the playlist here if you're at all interested in watching like a mega declutter over 3, I think, hour-long videos. Buyer beware, user discretion is advised, whatever. Viewer discretion is what I meant, but I guess user, whatever, you use YouTube. And my skincare collection has also like really been slimmed down, which is nice. Like I'm not hoarding, I'm trying to live less in this like scarcity mindset. And the stuff that I do have, if I'm not using, if it's just sitting unopened, I'm really trying to like gift it. In fact, there's a few things that are sitting in my collection that I was like, rather than buying things for certain people for Christmas gifts, I can just pass this along. It's brand new, never opened. I haven't even like smelled it. So that can just, you know, go forth. And that feels good. So like when I do want something new, I don't feel like super guilty because I've got 8,000 things still at home. Before I move on to any other color cosmetics, I'm gonna do some freckles. This seems to be a key part of this look. I think it's very much the vibe with the cinnamon sugar, or cinnamon swirl, cinnamon girl, whatever. If you think about like sprinkling cinnamon on like pancakes or on top of a latte, there is kind of those little like freckles, flex is what I meant, but fleckles works too because that's what we're gonna put on. And so I'm still just using my Lottie London freckle tint, and this is the shade Light because that's all that was available in the Walmart that day. Now, when I've seen her pictures, and I've not seen a lot of Cinnamon Girl content yet, I just know that it's kind of like in the beauty ethers right now, in the trending zeitgeist. But I did see something from Rudy Berry on Instagram, and she obviously did freckles because she's got that gorgeous freckle pen, which I've been coveting for a while now, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on. But the freckles that they're doing and that Haley has in her campaign images are just on the nose. They don't go all the way on the cheek, which is really, I've been doing the whole cheek situation, which is fine. It just means less work, but it's also, I don't usually do that much on my nose when I do freckles because it's harder. It's harder to get them to look cute, and like, I don't know that they're ever really gonna look natural on me because I don't have freckles. I have like maybe like singular freckles. Is that still a freckle if you just have like 1 or 2 spots? I am just gonna do kind of like a little bit out. Watch as my eye starts twitching as I try and concentrate on this. I do just really adore a faux freckle. It's so fun. I did faux freckles on Saturday for a little like holiday house tour I went to. And they just make me feel so cute. I feel so badly for all of the kids who are just teased relentlessly, and like the women who were completely shunned of being called beautiful because they had freckles because it like wasn't on trend and now everyone wants a freaking faux freckle. Like, this is why I don't subscribe to viral content and the idea of virality, because it's just like, especially today, everything is such a flash in the pan. Like, can't we all just be beautiful without having to subscribe to a million different people's ideas of like what is and isn't beautiful or cool? And this also kind of goes to a topic I've been wanting to discuss for a while, which is like, why is everything, literally everything, a subscription these days? Why? It's not just about, you know, something being cool or not. It's kind of feeding into this, like, you must continue to buy from us. We must have you as a lifelong customer. If you don't subscribe, you're not saving money. And it's like, if I don't why? I don't need something every 3 months. I don't need the same thing every 6 months. Like, you can buy underwear on a subscription now. That's insane to me. Like, who's buying underwear every 6 months, every 3 months, unless they're literally falling apart? It's so unnecessary. I think it was Khaki who saw something that was like, you could get a shower head on a subscription. And it's like, is it built that poorly that it's going to fall apart every 3 months, that like you need to subscribe to keep getting a new one? But what? Is it just that everything is so poorly manufactured? Like, obviously with a product, I understand why you would do a subscription, but it's also like, please let me decide when I need something new. Please don't just assume that I'm going to be a forever customer of your product. Like, my loyalty is not baked in from purchase number one. You know, I don't care if that's saving me $15 up front. Like, that's some fucked up math in my mind. Stop trying to trick us into staying with you forever. You actually have to earn my loyalty as a customer. And I've just been unsubscribing to so many things. It's such a delicious feeling. Even if you're not spending money with a company, you're spending energy, you're spending resources. Like, every single email that you get because you've like inadvertently subscribed to a newsletter, especially if it's like a brand that's trying to sell you something, like, just unsubscribe. You're not going to forget about that brand if you are actually a continual customer. And if you're not, and you do forget about them, well, you weren't shopping with them in the first place. And that's like, you subscribing to that newsletter was just your way of trying not to forget about them because you might one day shop. And it's like, they're likely going to come across your page or your feed or your internet experience at some point down the road. And if they don't, what's the loss? If you actually want something, you will go and seek it out. We are really not that lazy as individuals. I don't think we need to keep being force-fed so much nonsense. Like, we just need, I think, let's unsubscribe first of all from 2024, and let's just have that freedom to unsubscribe from everything. Unsubscribe from your bad relationships, unsubscribe from your bad self-talk, unsubscribe from every single newsletter that is causing you grief that you're not even reading and you're just deleting immediately anyways. Like, you don't need it. It is not your emotional support subscription email. Just take it away, delete it. If it's actually something that you end up missing, then you can always bring it back. That's kind of where my mind is at right now. Why is everything a freaking subscription? It's so infuriating. And like, we're already inundated with so much other junk on a daily basis because so much of our lives exist on social media and the internet. It's like, do we really need to also be told that we need to be buying something every 3 or 6 or 2 months, whatever? No. I hate that everything is a subscription service. Like, remember when it was just simple and like the only subscriptions were like to magazines? Does that make me sound old? Like, it's so upsetting to me that everything is just pushing us to buy, especially at this time of year. And then, you know, there's Black Friday. And you bet your bottom dollar that like so many of these Black Friday deals, they want you to subscribe to their newsletters. They probably want you to buy some product that like you'll save tons of money if you put it on their subscription plan rather than just making it a one-time purchase. And you don't need to. Unless it's something that you love so much and that you actually know that you're going to use and finish up in that time frame, and that new one that arrives at your door on a scheduled time, a scheduled date, and it's like reliable and you actually count on that every month, fine. That I can see the value in that for some things for people, but everything literally doesn't need to be subscription services. Everything doesn't need to be this like automatic payment. Let us go out and just like live the way we are supposed to. Like, let's get that hunter-gatherer vibe back, you know? Like, let us go out into the world and discover new things that way. And then maybe if we're not constantly subscribing to the same thing that we know we're gonna get every, you know, single group of months or whatever, we might find new things that we love even more. And if we don't, we might go back to the things we did love that we knew were reliable. Is any of this making sense? Am I just yammering on about absolutely nothing? I don't know. I'm not a New Year's resolutioner. We know this. If you've been here for a while, I don't do New Year's resolutions. But I really do feel firmly that like we can unsubscribe. We can just click unsubscribe. It costs you nothing to unsubscribe. In fact, it might gain you a whole lot of money if you unsubscribe. And time and energy, like imagine all of the time you might save if you don't have 500 email newsletters to delete. Or you might be one of those chaotic people who just has a never-ending list of emails that you don't open because they're all just subscriptions. They're all just newsletters. They're all things that you will never read because they're not important. And then you just see that number on your mobile device going up and up and up and up and up to the point where you're like, I think I have to get a new email address because this is unsustainable. Of course it is. Unsubscribe. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyes. Really gentle, delicate, cute, soft brown eyes. I'm going to use my Kaja Bento Trio. This is the Coral Sunrise Beauty Bento, and I don't know what the name of this bottom shade is, but it is the brown, and it has just a really lovely little sequin shimmer. And I think it is unfortunately going to go like a little orangey brown on me, but that's okay. Actually, it's not too bad. That's very soft, and we're just doing like a very light wash, and it's just really pretty. Nothing too crazy. Just kind of tying all those pretty little shades together. But what I really do like about this is that it has that like teeny tiny bit of like sequin sparkle in it. So it's like a totally matte base shadow with those little sequin gold sparkles in it. So it's still giving me that like hint of sparkle without being a full shimmer shadow. And I just really like that. I might do a little bit more in the corners here just for a little bit of added dimension. Like we're really not doing anything fancy. This is just like an everyday sweet and soft makeup look. In fact, I might replicate this exactly tomorrow when I go into Toronto for work, because it's really easy, and if I wasn't blabbering, it would literally have taken me like 5 minutes. Just, you know, ranting about all of these things because I had a lot of feelings today, okay? And obviously, because I didn't introduce this next step, I'm putting it on my lower lash line in case you can't tell that's what I'm doing. That is literally, that's it. And I like this a lot. It's nice to travel with. The center shade is like super, super shimmery, as is the top shade, but you've got a little bit of different like bases and dimension. Like the top here is obviously just a straight topper. Like, look at that. Look at that shimmer. And the center has that really beautiful like peachy coral with gold. It is a really, really lovely little eyeshadow companion, and I have to thank Khaki for putting that one on my radar, because otherwise I don't know that I would even have entertained the idea of anything from Kaja. I really, really, really wish that I had a brown mascara, There's this new mascara, can't for the life of me remember the brand, but it came across my Instagram because of course it did, because that's how I'm getting served all of my information these days. And it just looked so beautiful, and it came in brown, but they also have this like gold one, and I was like, wouldn't that be so stunning just to like throw on a gold mascara? I just feel like it would be so interesting. I also do kind of feel like, oh, maybe I'll leave the freckles, whatever. They're not supposed to be perfect. They're freckles. Okay, I don't want to do my mascara quite yet. We'll finish the look with the mascara, but I'm going to now go in with my Rhode Beauty Pocket Blush in Toasted Teddy, infused with peptides. Okay. This is like a very chubby packaging. I'm not sure how I feel about the packaging. I'm not sure how I really feel about the branding, to be honest. And like, you will never catch me with one of those phone cases. I know some people get such a kick out of them, but I was like, I hate it. I hate it. That is simply not my aesthetic, nor will it ever be. I don't want it to be. I don't even have a pop socket on my phone. I don't want anything on the back of my phone to begin with. And like, if I want my lip gloss, I carry a purse / little mini backpack with me all the time that constantly has a never-ending supply of lip products that I might want to use at that exact moment. So, ew, no thank you. It just looks so biological, you know? I don't know, I don't like it. And like, I'm not a huge fan of this either. It's like cutesy, but it's like very lightweight. This is by no means like luxury. Not that I'm ever looking for that, but it's just, I don't know. There is something satisfying about once you open it though. Like, I don't know, that's cute, but it also is like giving nipple. Sorry, but look at that shade. Again, this is Toasted Teddy, beautiful. And if you've been here for a while, this is definitely like the color story I have been leaning into. Although this, it's going a little bit more brown / berry tone than some of the reds I've been using, but it's so pretty and blends out beautifully. So I'm really excited to put this on my cheeks. I'm not just gonna put it on one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually just gonna like smash this into my palm first, where it's like nice and warm, rather than directly applying it. And then I'm just gonna go in with kind of like a round tapered brush there. And that, even from my palm, picked up quite a lot of product. And then I'm just going to dab that onto my cheeks. That's a beautiful shade. Very similar though to all of the colors I've been wearing so far this fall, and even at the end of the summer, which is fine. It's just, obviously I'm gravitating towards a certain theme these days, and this is just a tone that looks very native on my skin. Like, this is definitely, in this shade range, is what happens to my skin if I get flushed. So it does just look, I think, very at home. And the formula is quite dewy, which is nice. And I did just go directly onto the thing. My hands are dirty. I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, that causes a really nice, like, dewy sheen to the skin. Although I am getting a bit of reverse raccoon eyes there, so I'm just kind of taking the shade up into my eye, my under eyes, which is fine. What is this? Hello, get off. I have no idea what that is. Trying not to disrupt the product. Cute. Okay. I do like how smooth this like rolls up and down. That's very satisfying. I have a few other kind of like stick-ish products that like really drag their butts when you try to pull them up. I gave my nose some extra red. That's pretty. I almost feel like I don't need mascara. Like, this could very well be a no mascara look. But before I do that, we're gonna do the unthinkable on this channel, and I might do some highlighter. Like, when do I ever do highlighter? Like, almost never. But the only highlighter that I have is this 1999 one in the shade Miel. Sweet, sweet, sweet honey. And it's not icy or champagne-y at all. It's very pinky. It's very much in the same like color family as Toasted Teddy. So I've just put some of that on my hand, and then I'm just going to very gently apply that with my finger to the cheeks. Not that I really need extra glow because that Road blush is very she's pretty though. I never do this. Just, who is she? Like just a little bit on my nose. Who is she? A little bit on my Cupid's bow. Who is she? Gonna quickly go away, put on my mascara. No surprises, Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost in Waterproof. It's gonna be a real bitch to wash off in a few hours when I roll into bed, but that's okay. We're gonna come back with lashes. And then we're going to finish off with a lip, which is, unlike most of this stuff, is something that I don't think I have shown on camera before, so that would be fun. Okay, be right back. Mascara has been applied. Just to the top lashes, I didn't do anything on the bottom lashes. Okay, mayday, mayday, this itch is driving me crazy. Spoolie. Really trying not to disrupt my freckles. Okay. I think this is just like a very, I'm gonna reposition my mirror here. I think it's a very cute look. It's very, very natural, very comfortable. Doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on my face, which is phenomenal. I'm gonna do a quick little powder and then we're gonna get some lip on. For powder, still going strong with my Cheekbone Beauty, despite the fact that every time I open it, I lose more and more of that mattifying moon dust. So I'm just tapping a brush into the lid there where the excess kind of popped off. And I'm just going around my nose, dusting delicately on the chin and like ever so gently with whatever is left on the brush under my eyes. I think that was also part of the problem with my under eyes feeling exceptionally tight, but just like a little tiny bit. The rest can stay glowy. Now for the lips. The star of the show, again, while not the Rhode Cinnamon Swirl or whatever, is going to be this product from e.l.f. It is the O Face Shimmer Balm, which I picked up at Shoppers Drug Mart before I went to Paris. I brought it with me to Paris, and it is in the shade Choco Liddy. So it looks like just your everyday average lipstick, but then you roll it up. And can you see those sparkles? Can you see? Focus on this, camera. Look at that. Look at that. Ah, so pretty. Okay, so then when you put it on the skin, it's like pretty sheer, but still has that gorgeous shimmer to it. So that's what's gonna go on the lips. But I did see Miss Bieber put some of Toasted Teddy on her lips as well. So I'm gonna do that, but very gently. I'm just kind of putting my finger into the product and then just dabbing this into the center, which is actually a really pretty color on the lips. It doesn't feel heavy or weird. And then I'm gonna go over top of it with Choco Liddy, which does have definitely like a kind of 90s brown vibe, but has that really pretty shimmer to it. And y'all, I'm really sorry. I'm not gonna do lip liner. I'm not gonna do this like your perfect lip liner is your liner. No, no, it's not. Trust me. It's not. Had you seen me earlier today, that face would have confirmed the theory. But I don't ever wear lip liner, so this is just how the face works. And even that, like that, there's quite a bit of color payoff with this lip product. And like, I have pigmented lips. So, you know, beware if you're gonna buy this. It's beautiful and it feels really, really nice on the lips. Like, it doesn't feel gritty at all. Even though it is packing that kind of like shimmery punch, it's still lovely. It feels nice on the lips, does feel nourishing. They did have another shade which is kind of more on like the opalescent side, but if you want a little bit of color payoff, this is the one for you. It's just that brown is like leaning, I would say, arguably more cool than warm, especially the way it pulls on my lips, but that's pretty. I might knock it down just a little bit. And even when you do that, even if you blot, what I really like is that the like shimmer stays. Pretty. Take these clips out of my hair, shake it out. Cinnamon girl. Cinnamon. Okay, now to top it all off, again, not going anywhere, but tomorrow when I do go somewhere, this is how I will realistically top it off. What goes better with cinnamon than the delicious scents of a cafe? This is my new favorite perfume. We will probably do a favorites video soon. I picked this up in Paris. It is the brand Versatile Paris. And this is the scent Croissant Cafe with notes of coffee, cappuccino, gourmand, tonka, creamy, toasty, woody, butter, hot. And oh, smells so good. If you love creme couture from Sniff, this might be better. This is an alcohol-free perfume. It's delicious. And like with my cinnamony coffee, it's just like chef's kiss. What a pair. What a pair. What a pair for that cinnamon girl vibe. Would I be doing my hair like this tomorrow? And by doing, I mean just doing nothing, leaving it down. Probably. Because she's got that natural little like wavy curl to it. Surprisingly, it actually sort of cooperated today, despite the fact that I went outside with a wet mane, which is not always advisable. But maybe because I was already in my feelings, my hair was like, listen, I got you. We're gonna do a nice thing today. It's not gonna look like this tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep on it. Ooh, I can wear my sleep curler situation. It will look better tomorrow. Okay, anyways, this is it. This is the Cinnamon Girl makeup. And I like it. I love it. And had I not purchased this, I could have still achieved the exact same look with literally everything I have currently in my collection. So if you too want to enjoy this Cinnamon Girl, Cinnamon Swirl vibes, I'm sure you have everything you need right in front of you on your vanity, in your makeup bag. It's a very simple, very fresh, very cutesy, very demure little look that is great for every day, but also is going to be a super cute and a super low-key look for all of the holiday festivities that are kicking off as of this weekend. Pretty sure I did something very similar to this for my own Thanksgiving here in Canada land. But yeah, I feel better. I feel better. We got some things off our chest. Tomorrow is another day with Mercury in retrograde, and hopefully Mercury is being kind to everyone. Just, you know, check your emails, check your work, charge your phone, charge your camera, charge your laptop. Don't leave your cords behind. Be aware of the technological failures and the interruptions in our communications, whether it's digital or otherwise. And yeah, just be kind to each other as the holiday approaches. I know this year is going to be very contentious for a lot of people, given everything. So just take a deep breath, take a big chug of water, take a big sip of wine, whatever your poison is. Hopefully it's not too self-destructive, but you know, take that deep breath and just try to take care of yourself over the next little while, because I know it's going to be exceptionally challenging for a lot of people. Okay, with all of that being said, I'm gonna go, I don't know, I might not go anywhere. I might just sit here and admire myself in the mirror for a little bit, because why not? But I am going to sign off. I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm going to export this footage. I'm going to continue drinking my irresponsible evening coffee. I'm going to make myself some dinner, and I'm going to lay on my couch, which is almost fully paid off finally. Huzzah! And I will see you in my next one, which should be a very large empty sphere. What a delight. What a treat, what a dream, as the beloved, wonderful, magical Nicole Byer would say. Okay, everything from me today, guys. That's it. Done. Love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. If you are new here and this was your first time watching any of my videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, because I would absolutely love to have you as part of the Land Fam. And for the rest of y'all, you know it. You know the deal. I love you. So grateful that you're here. We've got a tight-knit, little, cute, loving community. Very, very tiny little niche on the internet, and it's great. We have a cute, fun time here. Without further ado,